A lot of you probably know a guy that just gets lucky all the time. He has really great things happen to him. The thing that you guys got to understand is that luck is literally a requirement for success. Really quick before I get into it, let me know in the comments if you'd like me doing like slide deck type stuff. I do it for my training. I've done it for like 6 to 8 months in my training, but haven't done it for YouTube really up until this point, unless I put out some training separate for free on YouTube. So let me know what you guys think about it. Let's get into it. So luck is a requirement for success. And so I just want to explain really quickly how luck actually works, because luck isn't really real. Like probability is real, but luck isn't. And so I'm going to talk about how luck actually works and how you can use it to your advantage and how you can become more of a relatively lucky guy. Obviously results are going to vary because it's variance, but this is genuinely, if you want to get luckier, like more lucky than you are right now and less unlucky, then this is how you can do it and you can get more opportunities. You all know that guy that he gets job offers, gets invites, has tons of women. Like that guy's not actually lucky. He's just the right guy in the right place at the right time. And so the thing you have to understand is if you pay attention to that, he is actually the right guy. And he's also in the right place at the right time, right? And so those are actually variables you can literally adjust for yourself. The one you can't really adjust for yourself is right time. But you can always put yourself in the right place, and you can always make yourself more of the right guy, right? So luck is just when opportunity meets capability. Like that's all really luck is. You know, a lucky guy just exposes himself to so much opportunity, improves himself so much that he has literally no choice but to succeed when the opportunity arises. You know, for example, Mark Zuckerberg did not make Facebook and get lucky. He had a very amazing skill set and he had a very great offer, and it was the right time and place. That's what actually happened. It wasn't that he got lucky. I mean, it was, but he was prepared to get lucky. There's so many of you out there that actually, if you got lucky, you wouldn't know it. Like you might be an incredibly lucky person, but you just aren't able to capitalize on those situations. So there's 2 types of exposure that you need to put yourself out in front of and expose yourself to without making it sound like a weird like sexual joke. You need to expose yourself to 2 types of environments, okay? The first one is social exposure. So you need to be around people and you need to like people. This is something that's incredibly like overlooked. Like no one talks about how you actually have to like people. Like, dude, you have to like people. If you want to be better with people, you got to like them. And so if you're one of those guys that's like, oh, I don't like people, I'm just using them to like, as a means to an end to get what I want. I just want to date because I don't really like women. I just want to have sex with them. Like if you're one of those guys, I'm sorry, but this won't work for you. You will not get better with women by thinking that way. You just won't. You have to actually like people. You have to find the things you appreciate about meeting new people. You have to learn to love it, because if you don't learn to love it, you're never going to do it to the fullest extent that you can. At the end of the day, if you're just trying to be too good for everybody, like you just need to get over yourself, okay? This is actually what you need to hear. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you actually need to hear, which is that you need to offer value to others, okay? So when you expose yourself socially, you put yourself around people and you talk to everyone and you actually like people and you like offering value. Think to yourself, what would this person that I'm talking to find value in? And how can I provide that? And can I give without expectations? There actually shouldn't be a question mark here. That's stupid. But you should actually give without any expectations, okay? So this is actually the most important thing. But the first part where I'm talking about, you need to like ask yourself, how would this person find value, or what would this person find value in, and how can I provide that? You have to have those answers, and you need to try to find those answers quickly while you're talking to them. And then you need to give without expectation. And that's very, very important, okay? You need to talk to everyone and have fun, but you can't be a clown. Okay. And so when I say don't be a clown, I mean really that you have to actually like people. A lot of guys will act like clowns because they don't like people. They don't actually want to hang out with people. They don't want to meet new people. They don't see any value from other people, see any value from meeting other people. And so therefore they don't care. They're like, nah, fuck other people. I don't like other people. Get me away. And I'm just going to do what I can to like provide value. And they end up acting like a clown. Those are the guys that are like people pleasers. They're super weird and no one generally likes them. The second type of exposure is status exposure. Okay, if you want to increase your status, if you want to increase where you are in the social hierarchy of the world, which is really all you have to do if you want to be better with women. Like women want to date a guy that's closer to the top. Like it's pretty obvious, right? They want to date a guy that's better. You want to date a woman that's better, right? Like that's why you are here. Like you're watching this video because you want to date women that you like. And so it would make sense that a woman wants to date men that she likes. And so she's going to use status as her way of telling which are the guys that I am more likely to like. And so if you want to increase your status, you just need to get around people that you want to be like. So this means you need to be open to change. Change isn't necessarily bad. It's definitely not a bad thing. And you shouldn't hang out with people that you don't want to be like. Okay. It doesn't matter if they're cool. Oh, my friends are so cool. It's like, yeah, you can hang out with them maybe once a week, once every couple weeks. But if you're spending most of your time with people that you don't want to be like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. There's all these cliches about show me the 5 closest people to you and I'll show you the type of person you're going to be. Or, you are the sum of the 5 closest people to you in your life or whatever. Like, there's all these cliches about it for a reason. It's because the people you spend life with, the people you spend your time with, those are the people that influence you. It's the same thing with women you're dating. But since we're talking about specifically how to be more social, how to be more of a lucky guy, it's actually really important. Even if you don't become like super close friends with these people, you start to see how they act. Like if you look at if you go to Planet Fitness, chances are you're not going to see a lot of guys with like really great physiques. You're just not. You're going to see a lot of guys that are kind of casually into lifting, which is fine. But if you want to build a better physique, if you want to look stronger, if you want to push yourself physically, go to a higher level gym. Go to a higher level gym and watch how they lift. You don't even have to be friends with those guys. You can just see it, right? So first thing you need to do when you're exposing yourself to status is you need to go to events and venues with high value people. So this means gyms, like good gyms, like people are working out, lifting hard. Like maybe it has the type of women you want to be around. Maybe it has the type of men you want to be around. And you can genuinely just like start making connections there, just actually adding value, not like trying to approach or like hit on people or anything, like literally just going out and like meeting people. High-end coffee shops or lounges in your area. Like you should be going to the nice part of town. Like, yeah, it might be a little more expensive. Yeah, you might have to pay for parking. But here's the thing. You need to understand that if you're going out in the shit part of town where people that you want to be like are not going, you will never have higher status. You will never understand what it's like to communicate, right? If you're going to a college dive bar and you don't want to be like a college frat boy, then you're never going to understand the communication style of someone that's higher status. So you have to go to higher level places, higher status places that even if you don't feel like you belong, you need to get to the point where you do feel like you belong. Even if you're not into like the whole high-end club scene, go somewhere that like people you want to be around are. Like there's a difference between struggling, starving artist and artistic person that's successful, right? Successful artists hang out in different places than, struggling, starving artists that have loser habits, right? They just smoke weed all day and don't really do anything. And so you can find those places that the successful version of you, even if they're still in your lane, actually hang out and go there. Same thing with bars in where your ideal people live. So for example, if you I'll just use Nashville for example. If you go to all the different areas in Nashville, there's Germantown, there's East Nashville, there's West Nashville, there's Berry Hill, there's a lot of different places. And if you go to the different parts of town, you can kind of get an idea for the vibe of those people. And you can talk to enough people and figure out this is the type of person that I really want to have in my life. Like I like these types of people. Then you can actually go to that part of town and just hang out there. And you're just more likely to be around people that you want to meet. Like if you go to a part of town that sucks, that you don't like, then you're never going to actually get results of someone that hangs out around those people that you want, right? You're never going to meet anyone unless you get incredibly lucky that you actually want to be around because you're not in a part of town where those people hang out. Same thing with parks, public events. There's a lot of public events, and pretty much if you're new to a city, or even if you're not and you haven't been social, people that are new to cities, that are new to places, will go to events that are meant for networking when they're new to a city. That's what successful people do when they're new somewhere. I actually really messed up in the last month. There was a networking event for entrepreneurs in Nashville, and I just didn't go. And I could have bought a ticket, just didn't. And so I actually messed up there because I could have made connections, but I chose not to. And so don't be like that. Don't do that. You should go out and go to these events that successful people that are new to your city are likely to go to. This is another tip. When you are talking to your ideal person, you start talking to somebody and you really kind of fuck with their vibe, or you think that they have a lot to offer you, you want to ask where they hang out. Where do you go out? What's good places to go out here? And they will tell you where they go out, right? They will tell you where they go. And so it's a very simple solution, but you just get the information and then you can go there and maybe you'll see them, maybe you won't, doesn't really matter, but you can meet other people that are like them because they're going to go somewhere that people like them go. Finally, to kind of wrap this up, when you're exposing yourself to status, you want to offer positive energy to everyone you meet, okay? And you want to keep an eye out for opportunities and cool experiences. So when you're out at these events, try to offer value as much as possible. Like with this framework I was saying earlier, what would this person find value in? How can I provide that value? And give without expectations. okay? And just completely give. That's all you have to do. And that's one of the most important things that you guys have to understand is like when you're exposing yourself socially or with status, you have to really look for opportunity. The guy that's lucky all the time, he looks for opportunity. He doesn't look for ways that he can lose. He only looks for ways he can win. This helped. Hopefully this will help you get out of your shell and start being more lucky in everyday situations. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, comment below, let me know what videos you want me to cover in the future. Let me know what you think about this new format, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.